Alrighty, boys. Today we have something a little bit different. Today, we're gonna go over some VOD review. This is just a game, a hardpoint game on Hacienda, but this is my gameplay. Okay. Uh, Real quick, a little bit about me. I am a solo queue Crimson player. I hit it 100% solo in my second ever season, like in any COD. I almost hit it my first season. I was one game off, and then I just didn't have enough time because I went from gold to, Diamond 3 that season. But when I finally was able to start at Diamond, I hit Crimson. I know I'm not the greatest player in the world. And speaking of which, this game I selected on purpose because it was perfectly average. Because this is not in theater mode, so I had no idea how this game was going to go. I just kind of wanted to hop into a game, maybe get some decent gameplay to be able to break down my own gameplay. And this one was a pretty good game. It was nice and average. I didn't do anything crazy. I think it's a little bit disingenuous if I show a video of me dropping 50 kills, because that's not how every game goes, obviously. And it's also not a game where I'm getting absolutely shit on, where I go negative 20 and we lose by 100 points, right? So this was a perfectly average game, nothing crazy about it. I think I made some really good plays, and there's a lot of good talking points, so let's go. So you'll see here, we're loading in, right? And I'm looking at my teammates. This is the first thing I do. I always look at my teammates to see what guns they're using, just so I can fill the gaps for anybody, who's loading in. And then I saw two guys on the enemy team, or I'm sorry, two guys on my team have an AR. So I pulled out the sub. I am a true sub. Like, that's what I'd rather play as. But in this game, since the fucking aims is absolutely broken and extremely overpowered, I've switched to the aims. And so I was a little bit out of my element this game, playing as a sub, but also not making excuses. But to be fair, this was actually, I didn't play yesterday. I'm talking the day of this recording, but I didn't play yesterday, so I didn't play at all. And then this was my first game on. So, and then obviously I'm using a sub, so things were, a little slower. But nonetheless, I think I have some good plays, which proves that you can hit Crimson and you can get to this level without being, the best in the world and without having the gunny of Hydra, right? So let's go. So right off the bat, I actually tried something new. I've never done this before, and what a time to try it in Crimson, right? Usually I go top secret, but right here I decide to break off mid. That was incredibly lucky. I meant to throw my own grenade, but the timing was that I picked up that guy's grenade. So then I throw my own grenade, right? I don't hit anybody. I think I hit him with his own frag. That's what it hit. And then right off the bat, I'm P1. I'm not in a good spot. So you'll notice that I just shifted to the left here. Sorry, it's a little different. I'm not on YouTube anymore. Right here, I hit this guy. I know somebody's there. I'm not challenging this because he can either look this window or come here, open, right? So I read the minimap. I see that it's safe right here where my teammates are. And then I try and get to this side of the fountain. That's why I shift. And then since that guy didn't die, now granted, I'm looking at the kill feed right now. We got 3 dead. I did not see that. All I saw was that the guy open was still alive, and I was paranoid that he was going to come, like, open jump up and shoot me, so I just ran. I just got out of time. I tried to play my life. We have 3 dead, so it's a good idea to play my life, right? I did see someone on the mini-map who was outer, okay? So I was looking for him, but again, I wasn't quite sure at the time that we had 3 dead, and he's probably dead. So here, whatever, I'm going back. I'm trying to get top control. I'm looking secret. I noticed that they touched time, so here I'm looking time. I get this guy off of time. And then now I'm looking at my minimap. We don't have lobby or Lambo side blocked. Now, granted, if they already came Lambo side, right, we're kind of dead in the water. But immediately, nonetheless, I'm checking and I'm blocking because I did kill Blake's season. So right here, I'm pushing out here, but then my teammate gets taken down, and then he gets a trade. So whatever. I'm looking here. There's nobody. Guy gets shot out of time. And then right now, I'm just trying to play my life. I hopped on time. I realized that there was like 12 seconds left, and I was getting shot at, so I just ran. And then here, I noticed on the minimap that I was getting shot from this top left window, right in between, like, secret and office, top left. So I'm thinking maybe if he's rotating for P2, and obviously he probably saw me just book it out of there. I'm trying to cut this guy off because most likely if he's top window, he probably is going top hall to spiral. So, boom, there he is. And then now I know that most likely, since P2 is about to pop, he's probably the last of the stragglers. I highly doubt that there's an enemy behind him. And now I'm seeing my teammate spawn up tin anyway. So there's no one behind him. So now I'm booking it, right? Our job is to get P2. So I get shit on there. The guy was on a head glitch. My teammate kind of had the info on him, so I figured we have numbers, fuck it, I'm going to jump at this guy, hopefully my teammate gets the trade, and that's exactly what happens. And then I also noticed when I was in lobby, right here, I noticed that there was somebody already pushing out the back, so that's why I decided to double hit side door with my teammate. So I get shit on there, all good. Now, for some reason, we don't spawn in the back, okay? We have time. And then there's someone in the back, but I don't spawn in the back. So that immediately tells me the back is probably pretty chaotic. So I'm running wide. I'm going rock because if I spawn, you know, wine and I go mid or lobby. Oh, I forgot. I have my handy dandy map up. If I'm bottom wine and if I go mid, right, to either spiral or lobby, it's going to lead me to the same spot anyway. There's probably someone here, which is the reason why I'm not spawning back there. Maybe they're spawning well. So I'm not going to risk my chance. I'm not going to take my chances. I usually wouldn't go this way, but that's why I decided to go wide here and go rock. And as you can see, if you look at the mini-map, that's where they are, where they're shooting at. So, again, I noticed that there's people probably in the back since I didn't spawn there, so I'm stunning, nading over my teammates, throwing the trophy down right off the bat. Get the info, get the trade. And now I know that they're in the back, so right here I'm trying to play a nice little cutoff. Just bide my time. Maybe I'm called out, maybe I'm not. I get one. And then there's the other teammate there to get his trade. But my team has the info on him. So there we go. Now I'm thinking, so right here, you saw me pause. It's because I was trying to look on how much time we had left. We have 22 seconds. That's still enough time if I'm spawning up to be able to hit this. Because by the time I get there, we're probably going to have 17 seconds. So I figured, what the hell? You know? And then, yeah, and then here I'm kind of second guessing myself because now there's like 10 seconds left. And we have, oh, that's two dead. So then I'm thinking maybe if they're, you know, side door and they were about to push, or if they're lobby, you know, and they're like, ah, screw this. I'm thinking maybe I can hit them and cut them off with that stun, right, if they come this way. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to play cutoffs here to stop their rotation for P3. And then I look here, and there I kind of get shit on. I personally thought I got joked a little bit. That's why I'm watching this kill cam, but I got like 2 headshots and then a 3rd shot, whatever. Guess I just got plain shit on. Stunning and nading over my teammates because I know that's where they're going to be. And then I spawn here. I spawn tin, and then there's 2 guys office. That's unfortunate. So now I spawn well. And now I'm looking. Okay. There I got a kill on someone trying to play a cutoff. Again, I'm playing, I'm, you know, just running forward. I noticed that that's twice in a row where I'm spawning pretty much on enemies. So if there's this guy who's that close and I'm spawning there, they have to be all tin. So I look on my minimap, I see 3 of my teammates, well, 2 of them are going front and they're just going fences. And then I have another teammate who's free to do whatever he wants. So I'm thinking, what's missing? What needs to be picked up? So I go mid and then I go top here to try and get a flank on the enemies. Right? Making sure I don't get shitty timing. I jump up here. I get this guy. And then I got unfortunate timing there. Hags kind of got me there. But all good. This is still worth fighting for. Over 20 seconds left. Right? Again, stunning, nading over my teammates. And then, so that time, I notice I have a teammate top, and I just went top, so I'm just going to go flood front. And then I get shot in window there. So at this point, it's time to rotate. My teammates get good spawns. Now I'm trying to play a wine cutoff if anyone is spawning well and then going bottom connector mid to go P4. So I'm trying to cut this off. There's no one. I see this guy office. So I'm like, okay, hang on. We gotta stop this guy, you know? He can make a big play. He can shoot 2 of us in the back. So I stun and nade him there. I don't kill him. I'm just like, whatever. And then, boom, there's the bottom connector cut off. So now at this point, we got a flood time. I thought I saw someone. I did see someone right here on my minimap. See, you can see him. He's probably in the water. So I'm playing carefully. I'm thinking maybe he's going to jump up. And I'm just trying to catch him off guard. Right? But no one comes. So I'm like, all right, whatever. We got to hit this. I get one guy in the back. And then I almost get 2. But my teammates know he's there. They have the info on him. And he's weak. And then I know that they're all spawning wine steps, so I spawn Lambo here. Right now, I'm waiting for my teammates, right? I have one teammate who's ready to make a pinch, but they have numbers on the hill clearly, so even if both of us pinch, we're not doing any good. So I'm waiting for my teammates here. Now we have numbers. My teammate is with me, Lambo. The other one dies. And then my teammate's going mid. So I stun here. My teammates get 3. I didn't mean to be a shitty teammate and bait them. That's just how it happened. I was trying to play my life. I didn't think that we'd immediately make a successful pinch and break, but all good. So now I'm pushing this out. Well, kind of pushing it out. I'm nading here. And we can see my teammate is probably blocking a lobby spawn. It's possible they spawn deep Lambo, but I'm just looking wine right now. And you can see, watch what I do here. I nade wine. No one's there. My teammate pushes wine out, right? I get stunned. So what I do, this is not a coincidence. I actually thought of this. So you can see I move forward a little bit to block my back with the rock. I don't know if you saw that right here. Boom. I moved back. Or I'm sorry, I moved and protected my back by going all the way around the wall in case they did spawn Lambo so they can't just shoot me in the back. Okay? And now I realize, okay, I don't really know where they're spawning. I try and look Lambo. No one's Lambo. It's too quiet. So then I notice Truly down here, who's pushing out wine, gets taken out. So now I'm going to go cut this off. I'm waiting. No one there. Right, so now I get more aggressive. I push. And then I see the hit that the hill's contested. And most likely, if the hill's contested and it's someone coming from Lambo, or even open door, this guy's running, right? He's probably getting aggressive. He's ready for a gunfight. He's sliding. He's ready to look inner corners. So I just play my life here by getting off time because I don't want to shoot this. I don't want this guy to shoot me in the back or, try and turn on him. And then, most likely it's not going to work out. So right there, I just get off time. And now I'm trying to get good time on him, right? I see that my teammates are waiting for him also. So I'm hoping since P1 is about to come up, he just goes open and then I can shoot him in the back. So boom, time is gone. And then my teammates get him. So now they're on P1. So now we have to look P1, right? He was in a good spot and he was looking open of all spots. So now I spawn boat. And then I'm trying to go top here again. Trying to get top control. Checking corners. Whatever. I saw that guy on the minimap. Right here. Man, I miss YouTube. Sorry here. I see this guy right here. Right? I guess maybe since I'm low, he's probably bottom floor. But if I'm going off his steps, it looks like he could be open or, something like that. So I'm checking my left here because let's see right there. That looks like that's where he is, but no one's there. So then I realize we have 2 dead. I'm like, okay, this isn't good. I'm trying to go regroup with my teammates. I get good timing on this guy right there. Now I'm looking time. And then here, I play my life here. I tried to slide behind this barrier, but I popped back up and then I got back down. All right. So boom, this guy's still there. My teammate cleans him up. Now we have time. So now you can see both my teammate and I go push out Lambo to block these spawns because we do not want them spawning there. We just got 3 dead, or actually 4 dead, because right here we had 3, right? 1, 2, 3, and then this guy's the last one. 4, right? And now, granted, it was a little bit late, but that's when we have time to breathe, and that's when I realize it. I think that's when my teammate realizes it too. So I might actually be far back enough to where I'm blocking Lambo as it is. This guy's over here. He's blocking tin. I'm over here. I'm blocking well. So it's possible they spawn Lambo, and I move to go block it, and my teammate follows suit. Look at that. Beautiful. I love teammates that actually know how to play. And he's probably thinking the same thing about me. So we both go to block Lambo. Again, may have been a little bit late based on the timing on when we got the 3-piece, but, never hurts. We definitely blocked KP from coming up, or whoever that last one dead was. So now I'm going back here. I notice that there's probably some action open. I stun check. I look open. No one's open. Now I notice someone's time. So now I'm like, okay, shit. I go time. Get the trade. Go play this time. I didn't realize we had no time left, but whatever. And then I get shot in the back by some unfortunate time. By some unfortunate timing, I mean. So right here, I spawn here. I notice that there's a lot of empty space here, well, and lobby. So what am I doing right off the rip? You guessed it. Warhead loves his fucking stuns. And his tax. I'm throwing a stun and a grenade to check that, and also to like kind of block it. If anyone's going lobby from well, it kind of delays their push. Or if anyone went lobby and they tried to go straight out to the back where we are, you know, back driveway, that will delay their push. Or obviously I'll kill them. Or we'll know that they're there. So I was going to go here. This was kind of just a clusterfuck here because I didn't know that we were about to break, right? I see that we have the hill, so I went to go pick up lobby, but my teammates get broken, so I already went lobby and then we get broken, so that's just unfortunate timing. Right there. So my teammate dies, we have 3 dead. I get his trade. I noticed that we have 3 dead here. Or maybe I didn't. And then that guy just kind of gets... That guy bunny hops right over me. Right, good play on his part. And then now I'm just kind of biding my time. We're still not spawning in the back somehow. Again, that's the second time that's happened. We have 3 dead. So I'm looking... I know that they're possibly spawning well and in the back here. So that's what I'm checking for, sure enough. This guy's dead. That's 2. And now I'm pushing out the back. I thought I heard someone reload to my left. That's why I checked that. But no one's there. All right, so now I notice my teammate has time. I'm like, whatever, I'll just go block the back. My teammate spawns there anyway, so now we know that the back is blocked. Now I'm looking front here. Teammate dies front, so now I'm looking front. Although that's not a good chow, since he has an AR. We have 8 seconds left. I'm gone. I'm out of there. I'm rotating. Right here was an absolutely... brain dead moment. That was my teammate's dust, and I just noticed motion, and I thought that was someone right here going well for some reason, so I play this like a bot. This was so dumb. I thought I saw, like I said, I thought it was another enemy, but it was just my teammate's dust. So here, I can't clean that guy up. I'm throwing that grenade to get him to fuck off, and I'm going top here again, just trying to help my teammates. Now I'm trying to get this guy here, but he's gone, so I'm like, all right, whatever, we gotta break. So there's that guy dead. And then here, I get team shot. So boom. We spawn here. I go office because I'm right here. Right? I'm looking at space that needs to be picked up. My teammate is watching far outer, and so is my other teammate, but they both have, like, you know, fence area covered. I have one teammate bottom connector, so I'm going to go pick up window and try and get what I can there. Right? I'm looking here with my teammate. I just stun and nade there because I feel like that would be safer than, you know, peeking and then someone's probably already pre-aiming it, so I just tacked there. And now they flip because we had 2 dead and my teammate's pushing well out. Now we have 3 dead, so now I gotta, you know, go back. So here, I noticed that no one's really top here, so I'm being the one that goes top, right? Making sure we're ready. And then I get good timing on those 2. And then, boom, that pretty much takes them out of the fight, right? We have P3. We just won P3. Now it's time to rotate. I assume that they're still spawning well. Or I'm sorry. They're still spawning in the back, like back garden, back tin. And probably making their way around boat right now. So this is what I'm going to play. I'm making sure that none of them are waiting for me. So then I go around here. My teammates get 3. Very lucky. I was going to try and catch these guys in the back anyway. I'm throwing this down, and now I'm helping my teammates open. Now, I see that my teammate is open, and he kills the guy, and then the hill gets contested. So I'm like, okay, screw open. I gotta, you know, get this guy off time. And then I get team shot. So you can see right off the bat, you can kind of see that I'm not getting into too many fights. I'm trying to play my life. I'm trying to make the right play. This isn't, you know, some god-tier gameplay. I know that. I never said it was. This is, you know, a perfectly average game. This just goes to show you some of the plays that you can make and how, like I said, even if you're not going 50 and 15, right, you can still do your part in a high-level game. So here I'm going top. Trying to cut anybody off. Luckily, I get this guy here. And now I'm just playing my life. I hop out this way. Yeah, I get killed there. Unfortunately, we get broken there. So my teammates are flooding in time. We spawn boat. So now I'm looking at the minimap. My teammate just went wine steps, and we already have someone contesting. I know that it's not advisable because we need numbers, but I'm going to go pinch mid and try and cut anybody off because we do have 2 dead. So I pinch mid, and sure enough, no one's there. And then I don't check my corners, and I die. So right here, again, P1 is about to pop. This guy gets killed off time. I'm watching over my teammate here. I'm trying to stun lobby. I noticed that there's a guy top here, so I'm thinking maybe he's going to jump out. Maybe not. I don't really know what to do here. He's still there, and then there's this guy right here. Right? My teammate gets killed by him. I know that there's a guy top, but I got to go kill this guy because he's weak, and I got to get my teammate straight, and he's on time. So I get that guy, and then I get killed by someone else completely different anyway. Right? My teammate is taking a route. He's going to go cut them off. And I noticed this. I see this. So I see that he's taking a route to go cut them off Lambo and maybe play for a flip. So I'm thinking, okay, what can I do here to try and, you know, do my part here? I'm thinking I can dive right into the wall for no fucking reason at all. No, I'm just kidding. So, get naded there. Good nade on them. Good nade by reading the tin spawn. Teammate gets that guy. So now I'm thinking, all right, you know, maybe they spawn tin on me. Maybe not. Maybe my timing was just a little bit off and I actually blocked it. Oh, well. They're probably spawning wide now that I'm watching this back. But I'm thinking, you know, I've just wasted a whole lot of time. Whatever. We got to rotate. It's 17 seconds. I'm thinking I'm going to go wide. I'm going to go real wide while I have the chance. So that's 3. Not that it matters, but we do have the back now because I'm getting the back, right? Kind of hard to do anything with the sub here, but I'm just trying to tack their push to make sure that they can't push, throwing a trophy on my teammate. This guy almost snakes the shit out of me, but whatever. It's all good. My teammate spawns in the back, and now we're pinched here. I'm dead, so I can only finesse for so long. We got 3 dead. There's one from every direction. I'm thinking I'm going to try and do whatever I can here. Right? I noticed. So there's one. Here's my thinking, right? Let me just play this out, right? Here's the clip. I'm like, well, I'm fucked. So there's one. There's 2, and then I get cleaned up with 2 dead. So I did a lot better than most people probably would have. And let me tell you why I did what I did. So right here, I noticed that there's a guy front. Okay. Now this was a gamble, but I assumed that he was weak because I saw that his red dot was kind of like right here, right? And he didn't immediately flood time. See, no one's flooding. No one's contesting. So I'm like, okay, he's probably weak. If he's not pushing, he's probably weak and he's probably playing his life. So I go play this Lambo, right? I'm using the Lambo to block anyone's side door, and now I'm looking front. It was kind of a gamble, but it worked out. Boom. I know that there's someone side door. So I sprint. That's why I get that kill. I almost probably stopped shooting a little bit early, and I immediately slide to side door because I saw that there was another guy on my minimap side door. Right there. See? Here he comes. So here's front. Slide. I get good timing on this guy. Right? Shit on him. And then I get 2 dead, and I stall much more than I should have been able to. Right? So I make a big play for my team. I'll buy him some time. Now we have numbers. They're 2 dead. They're probably spawning out, and we have numbers. They're going to pinch. Right? And then, unfortunately, no one really made the play. But they could have set up a pinch. So here, I get shit on. And then I'm just thinking, you know, there's 20 seconds left. This is kind of anybody's game, right? It's a pretty close game. We're only up by 30. So here I'm just rotating early. You know, no use in fighting that. I'm pinging this just to try and let my teammates know, hey, come over here. There wasn't a next icon that I could ping, but I'm just trying to let them know. So here, I'm trying to see if I can catch any early rotators as well. Right? There's no one there. I see my teammates are all coming well. So I'm trying to pick up, you know, like I said, just trying to cut people off here. I'm looking well. I'm checking well. But they're spawning tin. And then I get shitty timing. So, right idea, right? But I'm just getting unlucky. If you've ever sent me VOD, or if you've seen some of my videos, you know that I always say, I'd rather you make the right play and, you know, maybe get unlucky than make the wrong play and get lucky, and then you think that playing like an idiot works out for you. I made the right play, I just got unfortunate timing and got shot in the back. If I maybe held bottom secret a little bit longer, I probably would have killed that guy, or whichever way he came from. Maybe he came from Spiral. But, you know, if I get shot in the back, it is what it is. So here, I'm just wondering if anyone goes this way. I'm going mid again, right? Trying to pinch top. Looking for what I can. Again, this guy plays a great cutoff angle, and I get killed. Good play out of him. Really close game now. So now we got to hit this, right? This is anyone's game. So now I'm just going front. I'm saying screw it. Let's just go. And I get cut off again. That's why you don't get impatient. I was getting impatient, and it did not work out. So now at this point, you know, we got to play for P4. I get my teammate's trade. Luckily, we're on P3. So since it's contested and my teammate was on it for a little bit, I know that they're not going to get any significant time off of it, so we got to go P4. Trophy down for my teammates. Again, stun checking and also trying to delay a push if anyone's open. Now I'm checking Lambo. And then this guy just gets good timing on me. Happens to slide right when I'm there. So then, unfortunately, we just got broken. Whatever. So now we got to make one final push. I'm jumping out boat because I noticed my teammate goes open. Or I'm sorry, like, you know, top office to open. I get someone there. Now I'm just trying to play my life. That's 2, and then that's 3. Right. There's the last one. He unfortunately gets a 2-piece on both of us because I was already weak, and I was just trying to chow and help my teammates. But, boom, we win the hill. Now, here, there we go. Here is where I noticed that my teammates are all kind of flooding through wine. Right, just by looking here. My teammates are flooding through wine. I got 2 of them wine steps, so I'm like, how can I help them? I'm going to pinch. So then I go mid, gun up, because I'm expecting someone to make the same exact play. Boom. Down goes Hags. And then he either called me out or his teammate looks at his minimap and then I get traded out. But I prevented, if I just went wine steps, I either could have died or I could have just contested best case scenario. But now I stopped that guy from coming wine and I stopped this guy. He had to hop off time and kill me, right, to get the trade. And now my teammates know he's there. So anybody's game still. Now I know that they don't win off this. So I'm looking pinch. I'm blocking boat here just to make sure because it looks like they could get splits. You know, this could be kind of anything right here because we're all on time. So I'm trying to go block boat. You know, just checking it just to make sure. Now my teammates know since I go to block boat that they have to be front. And then of course, wouldn't you believe it, I get shot in the back. So now we got to go P1. So I'm going to go play a cutoff here because I know that they were just on P4. And I know that they're desperate because it's a close game. So I know they have to hit this, right? They come from open and they're just going to jump. They're just going to jump right out because they have to get on time, just like they did. So now I know immediately, just go hit open. Boom. I get that guy. I'm checking to make sure if there's anyone else. My teammates are on time, right? I assume that they spawn open. Or I'm sorry, I assume that they spawn tin, so I'm checking that. I did hit somebody, but then I get taken out by the guy on Barrelheady. But we win anyway. And that was the game. It was a close one, right? Nothing crazy. I had a minute on time, 33 and 25. You know, nothing great. 1.3 KD, very low kills. However, I think I played my life well and I made the right plays. +8 with a minute on hill is not horrible, especially given the circumstances of me being a sub and not playing the day before. I know that I think these two guys went negative, so, it could have been worse, but it also could have been better. However, I think there's a lot to take away from this gameplay because you can see I wasn't the most cracked out person ever, but I still made the right plays and helped my teammates win, even though it was pretty close. You can see right here, like, look at this. My teammates went off. But there's still a role for me to play, right? Filling the gaps from whatever they're not doing. So that's what I want you guys to take away. You don't have to be dropping 60 kills or 50 kills with a 2.0 KD in a Crimson lobby, okay? You don't have to do that, right? Find what your teammates aren't doing and go do that. That's the whole point of solo queue, right? That's the whole point of playing a team game. You have to find a role. And it was evident from the very first second that the game started. I'm looking at my team. I see that there's 2 ARs. I don't want to because it's a lot easier to kill whore as an AR, but I pull out the sub, right? That's what it's all about. It's making the right plays and filling the gaps. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope that it was beneficial. I hope that, you can kind of see you don't have to be some type of rank demon to help your team win, all right? Even if it wasn't the most impressive game, I still played a part. Everyone can see that now, right? And at least, even if you're these teammates, the game after this, Truly was on my team. Shout out to you, Mr. Truly. And he team killed me maybe 3 times. I don't know why, but hopefully maybe if he was mad at me this game, you can see, at least if I made bad plays or if you got mad at me, you can see why I was making them, all right? So hopefully you guys learned something. Peace.